Offices, One Call, That's All Studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Thursday edition. The Evan Cohen on a Thursday? Well, we took a lot of calls on Tuesday because the Packers played on Monday edition. You're not going to give up play calling, are you? Edition. And more importantly, I was channeling my inner Bruce Willis, if you're old enough for the movie Die Hard, famous Christmas movie from, I think, 87? Do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza? Matt LaFleur not ordering a pizza. You'll hear that momentarily. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores and where I continue to send folks. It is really easy functionality-wise. I like it a lot. I was a Spotify guy, too. I'm still eagerly awaiting resolution of that. So is Tausch. But in the interim, please keep going to the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm with you, Jason. Let's go ESPN Wisconsin. Let's go with the app. Spotify. Are we on board with that or not?
Spotify. Yeah, I mean,
it's been 2 months. To blank with them.
Yeah, I again.
No?
Well, my thought is that I always want to meet people where they are, and I am willing to adjust to do that. But I want to reiterate that
if somebody's in a gutter, I don't want to meet them down there. I want them to come up. What are you talking about? Meet where they're at. No.
I meant the people that consume our content. I didn't necessarily mean
Johnny's in
everybody
prison.
in the world.
I want to meet him where he's at. I'll hang there. No, I'm good. I'll come say hello. I'm not staying there.
You wanted to go have a jailhouse interview with Darren Sharper, so you
But
didn't
I'm
want to meet
leaving.
him at
I'm not
jail.
going to stay there. You said meet them where they're at.
Well,
no, I'll
moving
visit
in.
with them where they're at, and then I'm going to get the heck out of there. I'm not interested in living in a gutter or a sewer or in prison. So that whole meet them where they're at, I think visit them where they're at, understand why they're there, and then we can kind of figure it out. But I'm not interested in you're the last person that's that. You don't even leave your house.
Could we do that Darren Sharper interview? That'd be,
I would still go do that.
Still on the table, right?
I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay.
Meeting where you're at.
You can meet me here.
ESPN Wisconsin app. It's great.
Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studio, having returned from the Vortex campus in Barneville.
I'm a meet them where they're at guy.
What? You know what I meant. And from his undisclosed location, where we meet him most days on this program, it is the Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning.
Good morning. Hey. I'll meet you where we're at. Hey, Jason, we're heading out to Vortex, an awesome place with golf and with scopes and great. No, I can't meet you where you're at. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
I had to cover the team. I had to be there to ask Matt LaFleur questions yesterday.
No. When you said it, it made me cackle. That's all.
Oh, I'm aware.
You got me all fired
I'm aware of the impact that it had. Thank you for letting me know.
Jason, meet me where we're at as long as it's somewhere really bad. That's what I just learned from him, Jesse, right there. Jason, as long as it's not somewhere too nice, I'll meet you there. Fair?
You can listen to the show on a variety of platforms. You can read my work on channel3000.com, and this is why I have all the social media channels for people to yell at me and tell me I don't ask harsh enough questions to the head coach. Well, in my own way, I tried to do that yesterday. So we have Evan Cohen coming up at 9:30. I'm not going to preface either of these with too much yakking. Which is a word I do too much yakking, according to some. So first, then we'll take our big yak, yards after the catch.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with being a yak guy. If you're a wideout, you want to be a yak guy.
Yeah, it would be nice if Luke Musgrave was a slightly more yacky guy. They wouldn't have had that fourth down that the Eagles were calling out.
Really hard on Luke Musgrave now.
No, I'm
mad
not.
because he won me a Steinhoffels last week. Is that what you're mad about?
There's no way, given the bar, that you won the Steinhoffels. Bo Melton, even with his drop and his penalty, deserved to win. I never saw that. I don't think they awarded anybody one. I think there were no winners last week.
I think I got the 3 points, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, Bo Melton.
If I didn't.
If it's a participation award, Bo Melton wins.
Bo Melton dropped a critical fourth down.
He also did
and he had a penalty.
He did more negative, but he also did more positive than all of your picks.
No, he didn't.
He definitely did. My guy, I don't even know if John Fitzpatrick. I know John Fitzpatrick was on the field.
He missed a couple blocks. That's what he did.
Luke Musgrave missed a block on 4th and 1.
No, he didn't block.
Right.
They don't even have him in there to block. They don't even put him in there. Oh, Musgrave's in. It's probably a pass. That's more how that goes.
All right, so we had some fun at Matt LaFleur's expense. Certainly Twitter did.
So, Jason, can you take me inside your mindset? Because you were nervous about doing this yesterday. LaFleur coming off a bad loss, and people – you were jittery. You asked me 3 times. That's when I know you're jittery.
Little jittery.
LaFleur coming off a bad loss, people calling for his job. Schneidman asks him if he thinks he's going to get fired. So it was a delicate little dance that you did, and you got him to smirk and laugh, so tell us how you went about it.
So I feel like I have my own style. And if you're looking for someone who is going to be concise and confrontational,
not your guy.
I'm not your guy. Exactly. But again, I think there are what did PETA want us to say instead of skin a cat, feed a cat or something?
Something about eating a horse or something.
Feed a fed horse and scones and whatever else the list was that they sent out years ago. I think there's ways to get good answers that are more effective, and I do think. And let me be clear.
You grassland butter people up. You're a butter guy.
I'm a butterer.
You're a grassland butter guy.
Somewhat. But I like to use humor. Occasionally I use profanity if I feel like the situation calls for that. But as I tell you time and time and time again, in my mind, I am trying to find the best question to get the best answer. Sometimes there is no choice. You have to be direct.
Okay. Occasionally I use profanity. Sometimes I just love to let the F-bombs fly.
I think Jesse, I have sent Jesse some audio of interviews I've done where he does realize that there is profanity.
Yeah, there's editing
not
required.
Frequently. Yeah. So my point is that I will always say, and I mean this, and I believe this wholeheartedly, it's about the answer. And actually yesterday I thought it worked. Because what I did, well, we'll get to the second one later. I want to get to the meme one, because that was the one that, as we discussed with you guys at Vortex, which was so much fun, by the way, and Vortex Jim was phenomenal.
Or Joe.
Vortex Joe was even better.
God dang it.
Yeah, Vortex Jim was average. I thought Vortex Joe was great.
Jim is one of the veterans that they were celebrating. Vortex
I
Joe.
don't know, Jim. I don't know,
I think
Vortex
that's what sneaked
Jim.
in there.
I don't know, Jim.
None of us know Jim.
Literally, we don't.
I'm rattled. Let's just play it. Here is the exchange yesterday about the memes and about Matt LaFleur turning his back on the field to try and figure some things out with his offense.
I know you're too busy to be spending time on social media, but I think some folks...
It's probably a good thing, right?
I think some folks had some fun with the shot that Monday Night Football had of you on the tablet and jotting notes down. I'm curious.
Yeah, I didn't see that, so.
I think the one where it had you ordering a pizza was funny.
Okay.
I
was not ordering a pizza.
So I've seen you go to Jordan a bunch on the bench to talk about what you want to do the next series, but when the defense is on the field, is that something you've done before where you're trying to just focus on, all right, I need to come up with some other ideas? Does that say what you feel about Jeff, that you can do that and feel comfortable that you're not missing anything?
I've done that since I've been here. Similar things. It just happened to be that I was taking the tablet back and wanted to write something down, and I thought that whatever that cart was or whatever was a good desk. So I wrote some things down and kept it moving.
So the reason I asked about it is because clearly you're trying everything to get the offense going, and there's frustration for everybody. But wasn't it just 2 weeks ago that you put up like 28 in the second half in Pittsburgh? Like, do you have to keep? I understand it's a week-to-week league.
That's the best way. I have to keep it in perspective, and it's week to week. And certainly, I promise you, as frustrated as anybody may be out there, I promise you that you're not as frustrated as I am. So, but I also got to keep, I believe in our guys, and so, it's all about just finding solutions, and I can't worry. What has happened in the past, it's happened, unfortunately. So there's no reason in just like beating yourself up over it. You better have a short-term memory, and you got to move on. Not to say that you don't take that into account. Certainly you study the tape, and you try to be critical of everything from yourself to just the play and everything in between. So, yeah, we're working hard at it. I promise you, we're working hard. And, bottom line is on Sunday, we have to go out and perform better.
All right, Tausch, having heard how he responded to that, what do you think?
I think it's a great answer. The writing it down on a desk, it's what he did. It's bad optics. I think he recognizes that, and you bringing it up. But it is a week-to-week league. I don't know, and he can't answer it probably the way he would if it was not on Packers.com and to be distributed everywhere. I think the thing he's probably struggling with is how do we replace what Tucker brought to this offense? Mm-hmm. Because that, in essence, is what is, I think, holding back what this group has done the last week and a half. The last really 7 quarters. Because, again, I think we saw Monday night a pretty inept offensive performance. I don't feel that same way about the Carolina game. I wasn't saying how uncreative, and I really think last week it was, I don't know what the answers are. I'm searching, and that's why I have my back to the field. And you don't want to not show confidence in your guys, but the guys have to earn that confidence from you as a coach. And right now, with Golden being out, and then obviously with the Dobbs injury and no Tucker, I really think he is searching for solutions. And I think Jordan is too. So it's a tough place to be, but it's a challenge that I think the really good coaches will absolutely love to try and figure out. I think, he didn't seem, you're always kind of looking for body language and how a coach is, and I know players see it when they come in from meetings. I love the fact, Matt LaFleur, I couldn't tell, just in that clip, and I didn't watch the whole press conference, but just in that clip, I couldn't tell that our offense stunk and we didn't do anything last week against Philly. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I don't want mopey LaFleur. I'm going to solve problems LaFleur. And everybody is due a bad day. Everybody has bad performances. It then shows what are you going to do about it and how do you react. That's how you win in both sports and in life, is when you get knocked down, how do you get up? How much are you going to persevere? You're not going to let something break you down. That was a tough showing, and Matt LaFleur knows it. Now the question is, what is he going to do about it? And it feels like to me I don't know if he has answers, but he's certainly not crawling in a hole, going where the Ninja Turtles are in the sewer. He's saying, I'm going to stay. No, we're going to figure it out. Don't know how yet, but we're going to figure it out. And then, obviously the test is going to be on Sunday to see if you've actually figured anything out.
All right, so that was one of the exchanges. The other one...
Do you believe that he hasn't seen the memes? You believe nobody showed him that? Because you believe that?
Well, in fairness to him, I phrased it as you probably have not been on social media. So I kind of assumed, kind of like the play calling question, which we'll get to next.
Someone in his family had to show him.
I'm going to say that he may not have seen the pizza one. I didn't even see that. Maybe he saw the Fruit Ninja one. Or maybe he saw some of the other ones that someone showed him. But, again, doesn't change the fact that he knows, he is fully aware it's out there. Because, look,
yes,
let's be honest.
That's my point.
Jason Waller's clearly, the PR director, clearly prepped him for that question. Like, hey, somebody's going to ask about you having your back turned to the field because they showed it on TV. Right?
Correct.
I mean, he knew that was coming.
Yes.
So he was clearly prepared
correct.
for that. Just like I know that Tausch telling us about Pella windows and doors is coming right now.
Indeed, when it comes to your home, the smart play, trust Gina Della and her great team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month only, score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with zero interest for up to 72 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
All right, that is part one of the Matt LaFleur show, which was not at Ruth's Chris like the Jesse Nelson show is. Part two is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
The Packers have lost 3 games this year. In those games, they've allowed the following amount of points: 13, 16, and 10. And for a team that's supposed to have a dominant offense that hasn't been able to get it done in those spots, questions naturally arise. Matt LaFleur asked by our Jason Wilde Wednesday, would he consider giving up play calling? Take a listen to this interaction.
You're not going to give up play calling, I assume?
No.
While the Packers' offensive shortcomings are no laughing matter, maybe the panic mode we've entered is. The Packers, after all, are 5-3-1 on the season. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer. 30 days for $30. That's 1 full month of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I want to get answers for you, the fan. And I thought that this worked yesterday. So I'm prepared for the critiques. I will dive in there. So if you want to get your shots in as a dweller, get ready. I'm going to be reading them soon, but not yet. Part 2, which was actually chronologically part 1, was this exchange about, because Tausch, we can agree, not only was he never giving up play calling, but it's not like there's a better alternative on his staff, right? Luke Musgrave fired from 2 different offensive coordinator jobs, and it's nothing against Luke. Those were 2 dysfunctional franchises that he worked for. But Steno, Jason Vrabel, I mean, none of those guys have proven play calling track records. I'm not saying that Steno couldn't be a good play caller if he ever got the opportunity beyond preseason games. I'm saying that there's no evidence that would say that him calling plays would be better.
Sure.
So I never expected that. I am curious, and I was kind of setting him up a little bit with the way I phrased this exchange.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, the big setup.
Here it is.
Matt, you always say it begins with me, right? First of all, you're not going to give up play calling, I assume?
No.
I'm not suggesting you should. My question is, what can you do better then? Because you're always...
Well, yeah, I think it always starts, you have to look inward. And, I think, especially when you go against teams that are good football teams, and the complexion of each game is going to be a little bit different in regards to sometimes, like I told the team today, I don't care if we win 3-0 or 49-48. Bottom line is, we have to find a way to get it done. Otherwise, you get criticized, and that's just the way it is. So I think that especially as the play caller, you're trying to put people in the best position possible to go out there and have success. And when we're not having collective success, then you're constantly, you have to challenge yourself to do better, to find something else in order to go out there and move the ball and score points.
All right. First of all, I don't think I'm having a stroke. But now I've said Kansas City when I meant Cleveland yesterday, and today I said Luke Musgrave when I meant Luke Getsy. I'm a little bit worried about this. I think I need to make sure that I'm taking my vitamins.
I'm really proud of myself for not. I wanted to jump in and correct you and say, what would have been great? If Luke Musgrave's calling plays, why doesn't he dial himself up more? But I didn't.
Well,
because I wanted to be a good teammate.
He would have been a good line, though.
It would have been. And then I would have said, well, he would only call pass plays because those would be the only ones he'd be on the field for. That notwithstanding, no one expected him to give up play calling, certainly not me. Luke Getsy was with two teams where he was not very good, did not have a lot of success. But LaFleur always says it starts with me. Well, then what the hell are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah. That tough guy.
I mean,
what the hell you do about it, Matt? Tough
that would have
guy.
been the alternative. That would have been the alternative way to ask the question.
You're such a meathead. Oh, my God. What are you going to do about it, tough guy? Run the ball? Huh?
Why don't you run the ball a little more, Mr. Predictable? I don't know. What do you think? You think he's Luke Musgrave's play calling notwithstanding? Do you think that he has answers, or that he is at least working toward them? Going back to your point about losing Tucker Kraft and being a little bit lost on how exactly to execute the offense more effectively.
Yeah, he's got to spread things out and he's got to go tempo. If he doesn't start doing some of that stuff, you don't have your tight end. You're not going to want to do as much inline stuff. Your guy Fitzpatrick, yeah, it's nice, but you told me about all these wideouts. All right, let's go. Let's see it. Golden, if he's back, let's go. You wanted more touches. Quota, let's get him some touches, right? You know, Christian Watson, you got to get him a amount of touches. Dobbs. Well, here you go. You have to figure some of that out. And by the way, I don't for a minute believe Matt LaFleur to say he is more than content winning a game 3-0. Like, that is just not, no. There's no. Like, he wants to win. Totally believe that. But come on now. You think he's going to be sitting here? He's not happy. I mean, they lose 10-7, and the world has fallen to an end. You think if we win 3-0, everybody's going to be stoked about it?
Maybe if it's in a major snowstorm.
Maybe. But let's not kid ourselves on that. So, do I have confidence in Matt LaFleur? I do. But I can totally understand why some don't. I just think back to not that long ago. 2 weeks and some change. We looked like an all-world operation against a Pittsburgh team on the road. Now, the Tucker Kraft component to that is in play, and I'm worried about that. That, to me, is the biggest question mark. But Matt LaFleur does have to do something different. You can't just say, well, this is what we do. Well, you don't have your George Kittle, good blocking, route running, yak guy. Like, it's a lot that you're missing. So instead of trying to force someone to replace that at the same position, Luke Musgrave's got a skill set, and he can make plays down the field. He got an important pass interference that led us to our only score. Utilize him in that way, and start utilizing your young wideouts and your wide receivers in a way that is a little craftish. And please go tempo. Please, I'm begging you. Try it. It'll be fun, and it'll work.
One last question so we can get to Kohler Services and get to Evan Cohen. Is it possible, I saw him in the locker room again yesterday, not Evan Cohen, the guy I'm about to mention. Is it possible that we underestimated, considering the dude led them in catches and yards each of the last 2 seasons, that we underestimated the loss of Jaden Reed to what they tried to do offensively?
Yeah. Yep. Is the leading receiver
hand
last
up.
year, correct?
I'm guilty of that. I'm 100% guilty of that.
You are.
Yeah,
you are. Yep.
I'm also guilty of having a bathroom that needs a remodel, and when we do it, we're going to call Doug and Kohler Services.
Indeed, and if you're looking, what a great Christmas present. What a great idea for a Christmas present.
Or a Hansel and Gretel print.
An old shower bath that's just dated and stanky and blech. You know what? Get a hold of Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years. Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel, and you're going to have 0 interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote. And as always, fast, professional, great installation always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com.
Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 in Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenney's Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's back Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's our biggest event yet. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off, or 0% financing, or 0 down. We'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Our biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location.
On select models with approved credit offers cannot be combined. See deal for details. Expires month end.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and for me, recovery is just as important as training. That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. The deep heat relaxes sore muscles, improves flexibility, and helps me bounce back faster after a workout or a long day on my feet. It's become part of my routine, and honestly, I feel stronger and more energized because of it. And if you want to take your recovery to the next level, stop by the Good Health Saunas showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
ESPN.
Cohen, what are you doing here on a Thursday? Well, we treated Tuesday like a Monday. We took calls because, as some of you may have heard, we very rarely take calls any other day than after games. And now we make a call to the host of Unsportsmanlike. It is Evan Cohen on Wilde and Tausch. Evco, good morning. How are you?
Morning, guys. How we doing?
Great to have you. Thanks for coming later in the week since we bumped you. Your view of the Green Bay Packers juxtaposed against your view of the Packers when you walked out of Thursday Night Football, when you and Smalls and Canty and the whole gang were here for their matchup with the Washington Commanders. You've had them on the hot mess list. Now they lost and scored 7 points.
They put them on the hot mess list again this week.
That's what I'm saying.
No choice, I had to.
Okay. Tell us more.
Okay. Thursday night, Commanders game. Walked out of that building saying they're unbeatable. After Sunday, Monday show, saying anyone could beat them, and maybe our entire viewpoint of the coach, quarterback, and organization is backwards. That's the difference between opinion. So when I say backwards, we have this. Well, Jordan Love, when he gets hot, can beat anybody and can play with anybody. How about the Jordan Love is the guy that could lose to anybody, not the guy that could beat anybody? Maybe we should start there. Maybe we should discuss the fact that fans and critics of the team always go to the place of, or those defending the team always go to the place of, well, second half of the season, Jordan Love. Playoff, Jordan Love. So now he's a seasonal quarterback? Is he a snowbird? He just comes down in December to Florida? What are we doing here?
Like that Halloween store that comes up. They throw those Halloween stores.
Exactly.
Pretty good line.
Exactly.
Snowbird.
I mean, so, well,
that's 6 months.
LaFleur.
Snowbirds.
Yeah, not a day. Come on, Tausch, you should know that. 6 months to the day. You're setting up for it. We all know.
No, there's a lot of Arizonans. There's a lot of snowbirds go Arizona. You don't get those tax breaks.
I know.
So, no,
I would
I'm
assume
not going
it's
to go
the
there.
same tax rules. It's not the same tax rules.
No, it's not. No.
Oh, really?
You're a Florida guy. You know Florida's your no tax. Arizona still taxes you. Come on.
All right. Well, then maybe you should go to Florida. You're probably more of a. You can get a room at Barry's house. Coach Alvarez, I'm sure, has a room for you, right?
Del Boca Vista.
Okay. He's sharing it with Jesse.
Let's say, you know what? Let's play something out, Tausch. Let's say Alvarez calls you
But can
Let's
you
say
ask?
Alvarez
No,
calls you.
hey,
Hold on. This is
Evan.
a good hypothetical. Everybody
your
will
point
enjoy this. I promise you.
All right, go ahead.
I promise.
Okay.
Coach Alvarez calls you, and he says, Tausch, I've known you for 20-plus years. You've been amazing to me and my family. You played for me. You hooked me up with ESPN Madison, where I have this amazing opportunity to be with Jesse Nelson every week. Why don't you come to Florida? Come to Florida for the weekend. Hang with my family and I. He says that. Okay. Do you stay at his house, or do you get a hotel? What do you do in that spot?
Get in a hotel.
What if he says, no, stay with me. We have a guest room. It's beautiful. Come on. Stay with me.
So
what if he has a guest cabana?
Guest cabana, yes. Guest room in his house, no.
No, I agree.
Casieta.
So
if he has a casieta, yes. Guest room, no.
You need a separate residence.
So how do you find that information out? You're going to go to Zillow, or you're going to say to him, like, Coach, I don't know.
There's ways. Avco, there's ways you do that. You know
You don't commit. You say, what do you got for us?
You kind of back channel a little
I'll
bit.
check.
Yeah. Do a little back
Cindy.
Or maybe you go.
Exactly. I have Sarah text Cindy and say, hey, what's the setup here? Because we'll be more than happy. That's what we would do. I'm not even thinking. We'd be fine with that.
What do you think? Cindy's not going to tell Barry what's going on behind the scenes?
I don't care if Cindy tells Barry now. I don't care if Cindy tells Barry now.
Somewhere in there was a Packers comment.
What would you do? Efco, what if Barry's like, God, you've been so good to the Wisconsin Badgers, and you've developed so much talent here at ESPN Wisconsin. I want you. I know you have a place. You have 3 places in Florida. You got the big gated house up in Westchester County. But we want you to come down and spend a weekend with us. What are you going to do?
Well, first of all, I'd be so nervous because he's Barry Alvarez, and I'd be nervous to even be around him. I think I would say, nah, Coach, don't worry. But then if he really insisted, and you want to find out the answer, I think I would say, Coach, it's not right for me to just stay in your guest room. I'll get a hotel, no big deal. And then he'll inevitably come back with, well, no, wait a minute. We have a whole pool house for you. Oh, okay, Coach, I'll stay. See, I would have done a better job than you, because you would have invoked
good job, Evan. You're such a pro.
Do you think he'd be like Saban in that commercial for Verbo?
That's such a good commercial where he sits there during it. Like, Jason, would you stay? I think I'd still stay in the house. Like, if Saban, if that was the house I rented and Saban was there, I think I'd still stay there, no?
No showers longer than 5 minutes.
I'd follow all the rules.
I would just for the stories, I would undeniably stay with Saban telling me what I could and couldn't do at his house, yes.
Back to your question. I told you that would be a good veer off there.
It was a great veer off.
Good job, Evan. Good, really good job.
Boy, Tausch is in some mood today. That's very interesting.
He sure is.
I love the fact that bringing energy and enthusiasm, I am now cast aside as being moody or nervous, or you guys are something else.
Nobody said you were moody. You're just in quite the mood.
I know your guys' coded language. I'm all over your coded language.
Yes, Evan and I have coded language.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, that's us. Okay, so I left there thinking unbeatable. Now I think that we're looking at Jordan Love kind of maybe a little bit backwards. I don't like the idea of it being like a seasonal quarterback, so to speak. That doesn't make any sense to me in terms of, he's good in the playoffs, good in this. Like, he's not there to be Robert Horry. He's not there to be the guy that can win 7 championships, but only as a contributor in the finals and playoffs. He's there for the full season. And I think that on our show this morning at 6:15 a.m. on ESPN Wisconsin, Dan Orlovsky and Chris Canty, I basically was able to put the ball on the tee and let them both swing away. And I thought the breakdown that they had back and forth was phenomenal, because they both have different critiques of Love and LaFleur. But if I could summarize, what Dan is saying is enough of the handcuffed offense, let him loose.
Let it rip.
And LaFleur, anything that's wrong, please take it, but let it rip. Because Dan's saying they're not risky enough. And Canty's saying, well, there's moments of sloppiness where he's missing players, he's fumbling the football at the end of the first half. He's doing things that are just sloppy. And I think they're actually very tied together because even though they're kind of opposite, where what Dan's saying is you're not risky enough and Campy's saying you're being too risky, one leads to another. So I think what's happening, or I think what they're saying is happening, you know way better than I do, is downfield because they're not taking the risks. Jordan Love finds himself in a non-advantageous situation that causes him to miss receivers, fumble the football, and not necessarily be comfortable. But all of that, to me, guys, goes right back to the coach not putting the quarterback in the best position to succeed. So I do not think it is idiotic to talk about whether or not Matt LaFleur is coaching himself onto the hot seat or Jordan Love is playing his way onto us questioning whether or not the contract was worth it. And I do think through all of this, like any business in any walk of life, when successful employees work for a new boss, she or he is going to have every right to evaluate those employees as to whether or not they can be successful under their leadership, as we're seeing now with Ed Policy and obviously Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love. So my view of the Packers then versus now is almost completely opposite.
Yeah, I just wonder if our fans, and we heard right before you jumped on, Matt LaFleur talking about how he doesn't care if they win 3-0 or 49-48. I couldn't disagree more with him. I do think he does care about that. I just think we're having a hard time as fans getting our head wrapped around the fact that this team is going to be led, if they're going anywhere, by the defense. Not, even though he's a $55 million quarterback and we need him to play, we need the offense to obviously better than what it was on Monday, but it doesn't need to be 2011. We didn't win a championship in 2011 either. It doesn't need to be the Aaron Rodgers peak offense. It needs to complement the defense that we have, and this defense is championship caliber, and we're not used to that as fans. And that's what I think there's some disconnect here.
So, Tausch, that point's a very good one. Yeah. Because Orlovsky, one of the other things he said was, let it rip and understand if it doesn't work out, you still have Micah Parsons to clean it up for you. Even if you throw a ball 30 yards downfield. What are you rolling your eyes about, old boy? Hey, hold up, Evco. Old eyeball roller over here is rolling his eyes as you're saying that. What are you rolling over, old boy?
Oh, who's the one who was asking about let it rip after the game on Sunday to both the coach and the quarterback?
Domofsky.
No.
Domofsky.
Nice try. Who remembers? Who remembers the conversation on this very show? You bring it up all the time about how LaFleur finally let Jordan Love let it rip in the second half of the 23 season. It was the Pittsburgh game where it began.
It was three seasons ago, man.
I appreciate that Dan brought that up, but my question for both of you now is, since you brought up Dan's analysis, is Matt LaFleur not trusting enough of Jordan Love or unwilling to let it rip like he did in 2023? Because to me, that's what this...
Wait a second. Jason, can I just ask a question on this?
Sure.
Did you just you can interrupt, it's your show. Did you interrupt me to redirect credit to you? Is that what just happened here?
He did. No, I can he did 100%.
Oh, snap. Who cares? But who cares if it's you or Domofsky? You guys are teammates. I mean, what's the difference?
No. My issue is the idea that LaFleur needs to let Love let it rip is not a new idea. It is something that occurred in 2023.
The new part of it
is the Parsons part. Yes.
That's right. Exactly right.
And I just wanted to clarify that I think it's important to recognize that this has been
an attaboy.
No,
you wanted to clarify an attaboy.
Would you let me finish?
Go ahead.
Little Barry Horowitz. Pat yourself on the back. Old school WWE, WWF.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
Go ahead and clarify, attaboy. Clarify, attaboy.
Let me know when you two are done.
We're good. Go ahead, attaboy.
2035, maybe.
The big attaboy.
I was on the interviewing Dan Orlovsky today. No big deal. Barry Horowitz myself here.
Oh, my God.
So,
I think why this is important and why what Dan Orlovsky said to you when you expertly crafted that interview is important.
Thank you, Jason.
Because of the Micah Parsons piece. Why is he doing the same thing that we talked about being an issue that he acknowledged was an issue in 2023? He was afraid of a first-year quarterback making mistakes, so he didn't let it rip. Once he did, look at the results. They're dealing with these two deep safeties. They're playing conservative, cautiously, running the ball a lot, not wanting him to take chances, certainly not throwing enough intermediate routes. Why isn't he letting him let it rip after he learned a lesson the first time? And to Canty's point, or to Orlovsky's point, now they've got a defense that if he makes a mistake, they've got a better chance of surviving it than when they had Joe Barry's defense. I think this is a great conversation, which is why I interrupted.
So, Jason, why isn't he letting him let it rip? Why
I don't know. That's one of the other things I want to ask you.
Good, attaboy. Good question.
So you had him yesterday.
I asked him.
You're talking about pizza parlors.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I only get so many questions.
Attaboy. Come on, attaboy.
And I did ask after the game.
If Wilde's not going to ask it. You asked Tomasky that.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's not get Jason all rattled here. Go
I'm
ahead,
not rattled.
Jason.
I'm good.
I know you're not.
I don't think I'll be there for his next two press conferences because they're during the show. But I do think the let it rip thing, which I did ask about after the game, I would like to revisit that in some form or fashion because I do think that is one of multiple reasons, in my opinion, chief among them, their offensive line play, that their offense has not been what it is capable of being. Yes.
Yeah, and that Jason, that was another thing that Orlovsky brought up in terms of that. But how about this? A hot take question, which is normally a hot take as a statement. This is more of a hot take question. When Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love were on the team together, that final year when they lost the Lions at home, and then the next year, obviously, it's Jordan Love's team. Many people that were Packers supporters said, well, you know what? There's a chance they may have two guys on that roster that could win them a Super Bowl. Is there a chance they actually had zero guys on that roster that could win them a Super Bowl? It's a wild question to ask, but if Jordan
You're saying
Love
at that
exists,
point.
but I'm saying, Packers had the ultimate luxury. They had a 4-time MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winner. Well, if anyone doesn't vote for the Hall of Fame, they should have their vote taken away in Aaron Rodgers. Surefire. Wasn't as good then as he was previously, but was still very good. There was a thought, well, give Rodgers this, that, the other thing, you can still win you a Super Bowl. The counter was, give this young man Jordan Love, who's crazy talented, got all the tools in the world, the character through the roof on and off the field, give him all those things, and he can win a Super Bowl. And different people thought two different guys on the same exact team could ultimately win them another Super Bowl. And the results playing out feel like the question can be asked, maybe neither could have won them a Super Bowl.
I had not thought of it from that perspective.
Neither had I until these last couple of games have been such a gut punch, and I'm not even a Packers fan, but it's a gut. I'm not anti at all. It's a gut punch amongst the opinions that I had. What world was I? I don't drink. I've never been drunk in my life. I've never been high in my life. What was I, just not watching the game on that Thursday night that I was sitting there thinking that team was a bunch of ass kickers? Because now, looking back on it, maybe the bad take has nothing to do with the Packers. It has everything to do with the Commanders, and they're actually really bad. But man, oh man! I mean, you go from remember the Browns again. I'm going to reference Tausch after the Browns game. I thought I had a great point. Yep. Good, not a bad blip on the radar. Wake up call. Yep. Well, then you have the Panthers game, and you're like, oh wait, I thought that was what happened there. And then you score 7 points. Right, and then you score 7 points against the Eagles. I know that they're the defending champs in the 1 seed, but man, oh man, something's wrong. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is the let it rip, and that changes everything. That also obviously inevitably causes more turnovers, which a lot of the people like Orlovsky don't actually care about. I am risk averse, so I do care about. This is a conundrum I did not see coming.
So, Evan, let me ask you this then, because the Buffalo Bills started 4-0. They lost to your Patriots, and then they lost to the Falcons. Then you think they got things fixed. They beat the Chiefs, right? And then they lose to the Dolphins. Yep. Are they kind of kindred spirits in your mind, these two teams, that you feel like they should be better than they are, and you're trying to figure out why they're not?
Jason, pat yourself on the back. Barry Horowitz. That's an attaboy.
That's
an excellent comparison.
Attaboy.
That's an excellent comparison. There you go. Now, let's shoot it down a little bit. And because it is a great comparison, and you are absolutely right to compare the losses, etc. But let's talk about what the Bills have that the Packers would be jealous of, and that is an MVP for Josh Allen. But Jordan Love does not feel like an MVP candidate, and really the way he's been playing, it doesn't feel like he's going to ultimately emerge into being an MVP candidate. Now, that's too grand of a statement, but when you think of top line of resume for a coach and quarterback, you're thinking of, for the quarterback, MVP and Super Bowl appearance / Super Bowl win. When you think about a coach, at least conference championship or Super Bowl appearance. And so LaFleur has a conference championship appearance, so does McDermott. Allen has an MVP. Jordan Love doesn't have any of the things that I'm saying, because I don't look at, and I don't, a title game appearance, yes, quarterback should get credit, but you're not getting in the Hall of Fame for that. So I think it is a good comp, but I think Buffalo's ahead of Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Come on now. Come on now. Buffalo's defense isn't even in the same league as Green Bay's.
No,
man.
Tausch. I'm not talking about better team this year. I'm talking about
you just said it.
Quarterback. No. I'm saying coach quarterback accomplishment together. What Josh Allen and Sean McDermott have done is better than what LaFleur and Love have done historically.
Well, those guys have been together 7 years, man.
Yeah, okay. Are your two guys going to be together 7 years?
I don't know. Should Sean McDermott still be together with Josh Allen? That's a better question to me than that.
Right. I think what we're going to have this year.
I mean, no.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no?
What do you mean, no?
Confusing answer.
Well, because the Buffalo Bills have... Whoa. Hold up a second. Because Buffalo has owned a division like New England did, and they got bupkis out of it. They haven't even made a Super Bowl. And they've had great quarterback play.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't think Sean McDermott should be the coach.
Doesn't sound like it. What
the hell are you talking about?
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
You guys are like Jerry and George.
Scenario across the league where there are multiple coaches who are a head coach of one team on a Tuesday and a head coach of another team on a Wednesday. And Matt LaFleur is on that list of coaches for me, where I could see him as the Packers head coach on a Tuesday, they mutually part ways, and he's the Titans head coach on a Wednesday.
What the hell are you talking about? If there's a bunch of coaches that if they get fired, they're going to have a job from somebody else the next day. Sean McVay, Shanahan. There's a bunch.
They're not getting fired. But they're not getting fired. Do you think they're
getting fired? They're not getting fired.
Oh, now we're going to do the voice thing.
Shanahan? If Shanahan misses the playoffs, Shanahan misses the playoffs with San Francisco, I think he's just as likely to get fired if LaFleur doesn't make the playoffs with Green Bay.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls.
They haven't won any. That's 3 years ago. They haven't made a playoff in 3 years either.
Tausch.
Nobody cares about 3 years ago anymore, bro. Nobody cares. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl, got fired 2 seasons later. Nobody cares. What have you done for me lately? Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you this question. You texted me the other day to confirm something. You said, did you say, this is last week, did you say the Packers are going to miss the playoffs? I said, no. I said that they're hovering around the conversation of that we have to ask that question. If the Green Bay Packers miss the playoffs, is Matt LaFleur 100% the coach of the team next year?
100% no.
So,
not 100%. No, he's definitely not the coach. You're saying it's not 100% that he's the coach of the team.
I would say he'd still be 80-ish%.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Sean McDermott misses the playoff. He gone.
I agree. I agree with you. I think if Sean McDermott doesn't win a playoff game, he could be gone. I think if Sean McDermott
Kyle
doesn't
Shanahan,
win 2 playoff
San
games,
Fran missed the playoffs. He gone?
No, because that is a depleted team, including the quarterback this year.
Oh, well, they were depleted last year. At some point, depletion makes it incompletion.
That's not as good as you thought it was going to be when you were formulating that.
What the hell?
Struggling to find another word that rhymed.
Those Sean words are tough.
I have to admit, you got to yell with Evan, or you're going to miss out. Evan, before you go, did you have a problem with the Wisconsin Badgers student section and fans coming out on the field? Because I played some euchre last night, and I had a couple of folks I was playing with that thought it was absurd, and I told them they're buffoons. So I'm curious if I'm going to call you a buffoon as we let you go, or if you're going to embrace the fun of winning a game against a top 25 team. Where do you come down as a distinguished alum?
Well, that's an unbiased question.
Well, don't worry. I'm a buffoon.
Okay,
I don't. I act as if. Washington, my friend is the AD. They've had a great season there. He was texting me pictures before the game on the field. He didn't text anything after the game, I'll tell you that much.
You got him.
This is Wisconsin football. We win Rose Bowls. We compete for the Big Ten. We have the best football program in the best town around. We don't celebrate a home win against a 23rd ranked team. What we should say is, all right, next week's game or the week after, who's next? On to Cincinnati should be the mentality. And for us to celebrate as if we're some, D3 school getting a win is a joke. So I'm with your friends. I don't like us rushing the field after a win against Washington. Give me a break. I don't want us. How about this, Tausch? I wouldn't want us rushing the field against Ohio State. I'm not giving in to acknowledge that any Big Ten program is better than ours. And that's what the fans did.
I could not disagree with you more, but that's what makes
I was
why
expecting. Why? Yes, thank you.
Why? Because sports are about overcoming. It's about the overarching thing. This season has been brutal for the coaches, for the players, for the fans. And it is sleeting out. It's 30 degrees. Fans stuck through. Nobody thought we were going to win. And they found a way to win a game and break this, I think, almost a full year since we won a Big Ten game. And you're not going to let guys let off a little steam and enjoy themselves and let the moment. Everybody in that stadium will remember that game and that moment, and it was a great visual. And I'm guessing maybe some of these recruits that are signing up that were here thought, boy, it has been a tough year, but this group is stuck together, and they found a way, and they're going to celebrate, and maybe this is turning a corner. No, you guys run back into the locker room and get some bone broth and get ready to go beat Indiana. Get the blank out of here. Enjoy yourselves and celebrate. Right. You celebrate the wins in life. You don't just pass them by. Otherwise, what the heck are you doing? Does that sum it up for you, J-Dub?
How was it?
Yes.
How was it on the field?
That.
How was it on the field for
awesome.
you when you ran down?
It was awesome. That's what.
You were on the field?
The fans loved it. We all loved it. I wasn't on the field. I was watching, and I'll be honest, I felt awesome for everybody there. And as Matt LaFleur said it at the end, could not have put it in better terms as he always does, it was good for the soul, man. The soul of Wisconsin football was beaten into the dirt, and this was a rising up. So let's enjoy it and then move along after, but don't just say, oh, we're better. No, enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're
that's a win for me and a big loss for you. Evco, that is a big L for you, and you know it.
Here's what we learned. Jason, here's what we learned.
Why don't you run in and get your bone broth? Now, go get your bone broth and get ready for Indiana. We're going to celebrate.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
My viewpoint and my belief in my school is greater than that of Tausch's. That's what you learned.
No, you're just I'm not even going to go down that road.
You're
an old fudder-dudder.
Yeah, right.
You are a fudder-dudder. You're a fudder-dudder. Yeah. Go bone broth in a locker room. How's that?
Go broth in is that the equivalent to boo in a bar? Go broth in a locker room? If you're mad at a player,
like it
go
for
broth
you.
in a locker room.
I'm on to Indiana. We don't celebrate victories here. We just go about our business. Get out of here.
Bring on Mendoza. That should be the mentality. Watch tape as soon as that game ends.
Okay.
Go boo in a bar. Just to clarify, when you proclaim how you dominated Evco on that take, is that not patting yourself on the back?
Yeah, Barry Howard.
No, it's stating a fact.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
I just wanted to clarify. Evan, this was really fun. We're glad we had you since we didn't have you on Tuesday. This was enjoyable. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Go broth in a locker room.
Go boo in a bar.
We still have one segment left of the 10 o'clock hour. We'll get to it next, so please stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Harry Douglas.
I'm looking at some of the guys that weren't there last night.
Yeah.
And Tucker Kraft, who's been phenomenal this entire season, he's out with an ACL. And then you look at Jaden Reed, who was supposed to come in and play this season and be their number one guy. He's out. And then Matthew Golden, who they drafted in the first round, hey, you wanted him to be the 1B to the 1A of Jaden Reed. He wasn't playing. So there were multiple times last night I kept saying, my gosh, number one, Jordan Love never felt comfortable in that pocket, but that's also a credit to the Philadelphia Eagles and their defensive line. And while I'm right there at that point, Howie Roseman, he goes and trades for Jalen Phillips. Nolan Smith Jr. came back last night. Those guys were effective. So Jordan Love, uncomfortable all night long, on top of throwing to a group of wide receivers who were a bit inconsistent in my opinion.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jenny-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Catholic Memorial football lives here.
Straight up the middle with a first down and more.
The Crusaders are marching to Madison.
Into the end zone.
And the next step is Friday night. Catholic Memorial takes on unbeaten Grafton Friday night with a berth in the Division III state championship game on the line. Brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Kickoff Friday at 7 on 94.5 ESPN. And don't miss the live video stream on ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle. Like a flame that burns a candle.
Thanks as always to Evan Cohen for adjusting his schedule and joining us today. All right, tell me a little bit more about your euchre playing. First of all, couldn't find enough people to play sheep's head? Because I thought that's your game.
It is my game. No, we had enough, but we played some euchre and a little dirty clubs. A coach that I respect, he coaches in town, said it was he was really disappointed that we did that. And I said, well, what I don't understand is, I know there's standards and we have these beliefs, but it's been a while, man. And
it's been a while.
One of the things you need in a program is some enthusiasm and a little juice and just some vibes, some good vibes. It's been a tough year. We all know that. And the coaches and players put a lot into this. And when you're getting beaten around, it can be pretty demoralizing. And when you finally keep your nose down and you just keep fighting and something good happens, why on earth would you bypass celebrating and enjoying that to go get a cup of bone broth in your locker room and then go home? That to me is just absurd. So I thought that was a special moment in a really crummy year. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I'm glad there's only one. These guys only got one more game at Camp Randall. Yep. A lot of these guys, that's going to be it. And most of these seniors have not had a ton of success here.
No, they have not.
So maybe this moment will be something they all remember and their families will remember and this coaching staff will remember as, man, everybody was against us. Everybody thought we stunk, and we beat a top 25 Big Ten team. I think that's awesome, and I can't get my head wrapped around why other people don't.
So I understand the point being made. It's not, knocking off the number one team. It's not beating, sadly, Michigan in 1993 when we had everything that happened there. It's not. I understand it's not of that same ilk that generally merits storming the field. But I never quite understand the fun police that, whether it's that or the court after a basketball game, like, other than the inherent dangers of crashing into a key player and him suffering an injury, let him enjoy the moment. And especially, to your point, the players. Like, do I think Washington is one of the 24 best teams of the country? I do not. Do I think the weather, circumstances, quality of the opponent coming across the country helped result in a victory for Luke Fickell and company? I do. But they won the game. You play to win the game. Did they win the game with their punter as their leading passer?
They did.
They did. I get it. But again, in a desert of success, they finally got to an oasis for one night and one night only.
You really wanted to get the Oasis line.
I did, because I know you appreciate a good Oasis.
I do. Like, what's that song? What's Oasis's top song?
You're my wonder wall.
Oh, Wonderwall. Yeah. Wonderwall. Yeah. Good tune.
So, let's read something from Jeff, the FedEx guy, on the Carbless Talk and Text line, and then we really do need to get to a break. Completely on Team Tausch. I agree with Tausch.
Let's go.
On the storming of the field, we win Big Ten championships. We go to Rose Bowls. When 2012, that was 13 years ago. We haven't won jack of significance in the last decade, so yes, it is a big deal. Well, I disagree with in the last decade. That still covers the Christ era. And they did win
Since COVID.
Yeah, that's better.
COVID didn't count.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
In 2019, we were
You
in the
haven't
Rose
won a
Bowl.
Big Ten game in 10 tries, I believe. Yeah, again, I understand the thought process. I don't disagree with the mentality of, act like you've been there and all that other stuff. But this is different, man. It had been too long. And I don't have any problem with that at all. And the biggest thing, you could say what you want about the students, whatever. Let the guys enjoy it. Let the players enjoy it. Because they have not had enough moments during this regime to feel that way. You should also enjoy a better night's sleep. Because better sleep has been hard to come by for me and many others, but we're not alone. And the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhoffels have teamed up to bring you their award-winning mattresses at Steinhoffels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't just do anywhere. And right now, Steinhoffels is offering 20% off all of their Helix mattress orders just for our Wilde and Tausch listeners. So head on over to steinhoffels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhoffels. Better sleep starts now. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts not at now, but in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is senior Lauren McCullough from Menominee High School. Lauren captured the 2025 WIAA Division I Girls Cross Country State Championship, setting a new state meet record with a time of 17 minutes and 26.4 seconds. She finished 15 seconds ahead of the runner-up, becoming Menominee's first ever cross-country state champion. Her title caps an impressive climb over the past 3 seasons, finishing 10th at state in 2023, 6th in 2024, and now taking home top billing in 2025. McCullough's victory also earned her recognition as the Wisconsin Cross Country Coaches Association Runner of the Year, along with first team All-State honors. Congrats to senior Lauren McCullough, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Oh, you're going to want to stay tuned. If I'm reading this correctly, it's another day of giving out Iron Jock gear.
Iron Jock light hoodie, which is fantastic. And you know what? Great weekend for it. It's going to be in the 60s. That's like perfect light hoodie weather.
Indeed. But you gotta suffer through us talking Packers for a while first. So Matt LaFleur yesterday, there were a variety of things that we addressed, but among them, and I will hand up, I will admit that I thought, much like Dorsey Levens back in 1998, who fractured his fibula, I believe he was being tackled by Derek Brooks. He was able to come back before the end of the season. It's one of the reasons why that T.O. catch in San Francisco was so, I think, demoralizing, is because it was also Reggie's last game as a Packer. But I think it was, they felt like, hey, we got our horse back. Our offense is starting to click. The year did not go the way we wanted it to, but Dorsey's back. Brett's playing well. We can go to a third straight Super Bowl and atone for the one we lost to the Broncos. And then obviously T.O. makes that catch. I thought Elton Jenkins might be back for late season / the playoffs. You know, they got 8 weeks left of the regular season. The fracture put it in a cast. Maybe he's back 6, 7, 8 weeks back later. Matt LaFleur putting a stop to that idea. Highly unlikely was the phrase he used. Spent some time with Sean Ryan yesterday. Here's a guy who was benched a couple weeks ago, wasn't even being rotated in, wondering what his future was. Clearly didn't feel like he was part of this team's future. And now he's going to be a critical piece. He has to play well. What do you make of where the offensive line, which you and I and Bulaga and everybody and their brother has criticized, what do you make of where it's at now?
Very fluxy. I would say fluxy is the word I would use to describe it. This group has not lived up to the expectations that were very high for them, because you felt like last year wasn't good enough, and obviously that Eagles playoff game really, it was a spur in the boot of Goody, and he was ready to kick that thing out and get it out and reset. And he felt like he did that with the movement of Elton Jenkins and with the signing of Aaron Banks, and then with the idea of Jordan Morgan finding a spot. That's what they ended up doing, and frankly, that group, they just never meshed, and it has not worked. So now you get another reboot. Whether or not it's going to be better, I think Elton Jenkins, unfortunately had the ACL and things kind of set back. He was on a pace, and I said this after I think year 3 or 4, where he was an all-pro. Moving him around, he was on a trajectory to be a Hall of Fame player. I don't think that's going to happen now. So the movement and all of that, where they're at now, I want to believe. I want to think that they're going to get better. I think you're going to need to simplify things. I don't want a very extensive run game. I want you to come up with 2 or 3 concepts that you like. I would love to see them do some more gap and pull and have Fitzpatrick, a tight end, kind of kick that guy out. You bring a guard, you do some skip pulling. Gap schemes are I've always loved gap schemes. I just think they're better, they're easier to execute, and it puts a lot on a defense, especially with as much zone as you want to do. So start really focusing in, find a couple of things that you feel good about, base some play action off of that, and give this group some time to mold. Don't overcomplicate it, because I'm sure Sean Ryan, for as many reps in practice and with Elton being out of training camp for a big chunk, you get a chance to see this is going to be a whole new deal. And we don't know what we're going to get in him, but he now has a new opportunity to take this job and run with it. So there's, I think, some refreshment to it, And it gives you an opportunity to do something, if you're Sean Ryan, that you wouldn't have had an opportunity had Elgton Jenkins stayed healthy. So am I optimistic they're going to be better than what they were? I'm hopeful, but I'm not optimistic.
Well, I asked Matt LaFleur about challenging the offensive line because it all starts there. We'll get to that because I think his answer was interesting, not because I want to promote my brilliant questions coming up next. But first, speaking of brilliant.
Oh.
The design, I got my light hoodie. Ooh, it's nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
It is nice. And you are ready to give out one right now from Iron Jock.
Okay, I'm very excited. I'm sure Jesse's anxiously awaiting what number I'm going to pick.
Oh, I am.
And if he just listened to this segment, he's going to know. But I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. And now Iron Jock is introducing 4 new lightweight hoodies. These hoodies are world-class with cooling and wicking. And if you're a little bigger, that 4-way stretch. Oh, we love that. Go to ironjock.com to get your hoodie today. Again, that is ironjock.com. And we want to give one to you right now. Right now is your chance to win your own hoodie from Iron Jock. You got to call 844-770-3776.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
84, if I may, Jesse. 844-770-3776. And since Devin, one of our great listeners from the jump, really encouraged me to continue to go with higher numbers for the streamers, for the YouTubers, for those folks, we're going in honor of Elgton Jenkins.
Oh, my God.
Who unfortunately is probably out for the rest of the season. Caller number 74. Caller number 74 will win the new Iron Jock lightweight hoodie. You got to earn it. Again, that's 844-770-3776. Caller number 74 to win the Iron Jock lightweight hoodie on Wilde and Tausch.
All right. There were 3 things that happened there. Let me recap them briefly so Jesse can jumpstart his call taking before we go to break. 1, if you're a bigger fella, that 4-way stretch.
Oh my God. Is it true?
Yeah. 2, you know the phone number. It's incredible. And in honor of Elgton Jenkins, number 74.
I'm already through 20. And I'm not doing the usual. Wilde and Tausch, you're calling. I'm just saying the number and moving on. Just so everybody knows.
That's not very nice.
Jesse can continue to take his calls. We'll have more next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan, less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
This holiday season, spend more time with your loved ones and less time in the kitchen. At Sendix, we offer full traditional holiday dinners or just the sides. All homemade in stores, then packed in reheatable containers. Choose from a wide selection of gourmet appetizers and signature trays too. Spend less time working and more time with family this holiday season. Reserve your meal today at order.sendix.com. From our family to yours, have a happy and healthy holiday. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit BigFishContracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The unsung hero of Wilde and Tausch, Jesse J. Nelson,
He's a
taking
worker.
74 calls to reveal who as our winner of the lightweight hoodie.
Jeff in Hartford. Congratulations to Jeff. Who also has a son who teaches at Muskego High School. So he asked me if our paths had ever crossed. So that was a fun little conversation we were able to have time for off air.
Well, you're welcome.
Wait till we do trivia next segment and we take caller 75 in honor of Sean Ryan.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
And caller 77 in honor of Jordan Morgan. All right. I do want you to hear this, Tausch, because I have been using this offensive line as the root of all of their issues a lot. And I think it's because
branches grow, but the roots, what is that again? It's a great line that you coined.
It's the Associated Bank creative team that came up with that. It's not my original
I thought
line.
you created that.
No.
Oh, I thought this was you. Oh, that attaboy Wilde.
It's not even a Wilde original?
No.
Did you not think that was a Wilde original, Jesse?
I thought for sure it was, yeah.
Yes,
It's not
what
branches.
was it? Just for...
It's not branches that make a bank local. It's roots. An Associated Bank is
Same
rooted.
thing with the Green Bay Packer football team.
It's a good line.
Right? Same thing. It's a great line. I don't love the fact you've been taking credit for it without telling us that it wasn't you for 3 years.
Are there branches of the Green Bay Packers other places?
It's a play on the tree analogy. Branches. Banks have branches.
The roots, the foundation, if you will, of every good football team is the big boys up front.
I don't think I ever said that.
The branches get all the love, and they get all the fruit, and it's all where everybody looks.
Right, and then
nobody looks under the ground to see those big, strong roots. But that's what makes the tree go, and that's what produces the fruit. A la touchdowns and field goals. So it's actually a great analogy.
No one said you claimed it to be a Wilde original. We just assumed it was a Wilde original because it seems like something you would say. Yeah.
You didn't demystify that at all.
I say it when I promote Associated Bank in the Three Things to Watch videos. I mean, I literally am saying Associated Bank. It's not branches that make a bank local. It's roots. Okay, well, I wish I had come up with it. I did come up with a question for Matt LaFleur yesterday in which I challenged or asked him if he has challenged his offensive line. Here is that exchange from yesterday.
I know your offensive linemen are conscientious guys, and now you're dealing with moving Sean, and there's been a bunch of injuries. But can you challenge those guys to say, hey, if we're going to get things going, it really starts with you guys, and are they the kind of guys that would respond to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have challenged them. I always think football, no matter who you're playing for, where you're at, what level, it starts up front. And so, yeah, you're always challenging those guys. And those guys, I think they know we can do better. And, it's just each week's going to be a little bit different, and we got a great challenge in front of us. When you look at the front for the New York Giants, this is one of the premier fronts. Very rarely do you go against a team that's got 4 first-rounders on it, and so it's going to be a great challenge for us.
I didn't notice this in real time, but I love the fact that my questions have now reached such a tipping point that he knows he can take a sip from his water.
That is really good advanced scouting by him.
Yeah, that's what he was looking at on that tablet.
I literally was going to say that same thing because it's like, man, is it really dry in there, or is it just because you're so long-winded that he feels like, oh, God, what is he going to go with here? And this can give me pause to think about whatever
Take a beat.
You're going to end
Take
up
a sip.
eventually getting to. Look at that bottle is dead empty, and then you ask 3 questions, and he's got almost that whole thing swilled.
But in all seriousness, Tauscher, Clifton, Wall, Rivera, Flanagan, Bakhtiari, Bulaga, Sitton, Lang, Lindsley. I mean, those are, aside from the Lombardi years, as good as it got. This group is not in either of their classes, obviously. But if they get that straightened out and they play at a higher level up front, does that solve most, not all, but most of the issues offensively?
Yes, it does. And I do wonder if Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur and Steno and Butkus and everybody involved kind of with the personnel, I do wonder if they're going to start looking at this. And I love the fact that you cross-train guys. As you were just going through that list, you know what all of us had in common?
You played a
We always knew where we were going to play.
Yep.
Hey, you're playing here. All right, go to work. Hey, you're playing here. Hey, Kevin Barry, you're going to be our U71 tight end. All right, hey, we got this guy. He's going to be our guard and our center in case we dress 7 guys, maybe 8, and this is what we're doing. And it allows you to grow. And I understand that you're constantly trying to get guys better and you want to get guys in games, but I do think that with the way this season has went, and really even a little bit into last year, and I think they saw that they've been, I don't want to say stunting, but Jordan Morgan, I think they saw when they started moving him to every spot, this is not doing this kid any good. I do believe that you need to have not the Pat Murphy conversation. I do believe you need to have a conversation so that when Anthony Belton, John Williams, you just go through a list of guys.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to get these guys better? And some guys, if you're not a starter, yes, you need to know a couple spots.
Yep.
But I do think you have to have a conversation about how you're cross-training guys and what can we do to get more consistent with the guys that we have. That is something that I think has hurt this season. And when you've moved guys around and guys have missed as much time, not everybody's Chad Clifton. He is a rare, special dude. And you can't just snap your fingers and say, go out and pass block Simeon Rice 30 times and shut him down. There is, especially when you're running zone plays and having to get up to the next level and stop a penetrator and understanding if this guy rocks, you got him, and I'm going to keep an elbow. When you're not practicing and you're not doing that, and they already don't practice in pads, but 13 times. We did that. We were probably 4x of that, maybe 5.
Right.
And that stuff matters. So you're not going to be able to do that, but I really think there's going to be a long conversation this offseason because it's too late now. You're at where you're at.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a long conversation about what is the best way forward for our guys. Is Anthony Belton going to be best suited to go left tackle and right tackle, or are we going to be best suited to say, master this, take a spot? And because take a look at this group, which has been underperforming. There is a really good chance that there's only 2 guys that are going to be back. And then you have to start looking at it. Now, I don't know what's going to – I would guess there's going to be at least 3. I would think that Aaron Banks will be back, but I don't know. We'll see how the rest of this season goes because he's going to need to elevate his game. There will be this conversation, and I do wonder how they'll approach it because they love the cross-training and getting guys that can do multiple things. But I'm telling you, Jordan Morgan wants to play left tackle. He wants to get better at it. The only way to get better at it is by practicing there, not by being a platoon guard. And then, Aaron Banks is out. Let's put you at left guard. It just doesn't help the development of these guys, and I think you're seeing a little bit of that come back at you in this season.
Outstanding point. They're one more interior injury away, though, now, from if it's Sean Ryan, it's Jacob Monk. If it's one of the guards, I mean, I guess it could be Belton. It could be Darian Kennard, I guess. But I think if they were to – because Steno did mention this, that they are trying now to have guys – even though you said it was too late, in their mind it's not entirely too late. They're trying to have guys back up at specific spots. Like that whole thing at right tackle where they played Kennard, Belton, and Jordan Morgan when they didn't have Zach Tom at times. I think that was like, okay, that's a bridge too far. We tried 3 different things. Right.
Yeah. So
does that mean that they're one injury away at either the guard spots, that they go to Donovan Jennings, who, as you recall, Matt LaFleur didn't even know was with the ones?
That was that great mini camp report that you brought back. Hey, what's going on there? Nothing.
Donovan Jennings is with the ones.
Donovan Jennings, he's making a step. I don't even actually know who the hell he is. So, no, he's not.
Sounds made up.
Tell us about Coors Light so we can get to trivia coming up next in the next segment. Or not the next
Whether
segment.
you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, celebrating a big win after the game, or just want a moment to chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. You know what? It's refreshingly cold. It's only 102 calories. That's why Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
We're going to get back to the Packers in the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to shift gears here to talk a little bit about Badgers, Hoosiers on Saturday, and something that Curt Cignetti, brother of Packers legendary quarterbacks coach for 1 year, Frank Cignetti, said about the Badgers. That'll lead into Badgers Trivia Thursday, where we'll have two contestants in the segment that follows. But we're going to talk a little bit of Badgers briefly next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At Great Midwest Bank, we've been serving Southeast Wisconsin homeowners for 90 years. Wait, 2025 minus 1935, 90 years. Wow. In our 90 years as a community bank, we've learned a lot about the values of the people who live and work here, and appreciate the loyal customers that have made Great Midwest Bank who we are today. Find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From walk-in closets to entertainment centers, our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like all Cat brand work boots, $10 off. Save $5 on men's Dickies jeans starting at $24.99. And Air Care whole home humidifiers all 15% off. Plus, rewards members get 10% off their entire purchase and early Black Friday deals during our private shopping night this Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino. This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
right, get ready for trivia. Caller 50 for Zach Tom. And 65 for Aaron Banks.
We did have multiple people try calling in with the little trivia false start we had there during the commercial break.
Yeah, I didn't do a great job there. I understand that. I don't blame them for doing
now. We're playing trivia next.
Right, I meant, I think my intent was murky at best, so my apologies for that. That is coming up. We're gonna ask for calls in this segment. That's what I meant to say. But first, to set up Badgers Trivia Thursday, we're going to talk a little Badgers. So, Jesse, are you sitting watching Curt Cignetti press conferences?
Every week.
Do you really?
No. He is interesting, though, and I think...
He seems grumpy all the time.
He does seem kind of like...
He's interesting because he's winning. You don't give... If they were 6-3, you wouldn't give two rips about
he won before.
You wouldn't even know his name.
He won before he got to Indiana. He's won at Indiana.
Yeah. Tell me his record at James Madison.
Here's why Curt Cignetti is interesting. Because Wisconsin fans...
Mark Cuban's money.
We're jealous. We want to be what Indiana has become under Curt Cignetti. He is the guy.
Seemingly overnight.
He is the guy that when you look at turning around a college football program immediately in the new era, post-COVID, NIL, transfer portal, college football, that is what we want to be. And we haven't gotten there for a number of different reasons. But when people say Coach Fickell hasn't lived up to what he hoped to be in Madison, well, look what Cignetti's doing at Indiana. That's what everybody now says. So we are jealous, and this is the first time Wisconsin, are playing against Indiana.
Bradley?
Since Curt Cignetti took over as the head coach there. So there are parallels, whether we want them or not, that fans draw between these two coaches that are going to be meeting on Saturday. How about that?
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good synopsis.
Jesse, would we care two licks if he was 6-3?
If they were playing Indiana and Indiana was 6-3, we would not be doing this segment.
No,
he would not.
No, we agree.
No, he wouldn't.
He's talking about Wisconsin, and I think it's important for everyone to hear because one of the most successful modern college football coaches of the last couple of years points out an interesting, important stat that I think most Badgers fans go, bah, when they hear it.
Okay, so while Matt LaFleur is at the podium at Lambeau Field, and he's going to be very thirsty because he won't have any long questions to take a draw from his water bottle for. Here is Curt Cignetti, the most interesting man in the world because his team is winning, and Jesse Nelson has the video and the audio.
They're a tough, gritty football team. I mean, they've had a murderer's row schedule. Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, Iowa, Washington, Alabama, you name it. And, I got a lot of respect for Coach Fickell. He's a proven winner. The guy's had his starting quarterback available about 30% of the time during his tenure at Wisconsin. That's tough duty. So I think we need to understand that we're going to get everybody's best shot. We're not sneaking up on anyone anymore. We got Iowa's best shot at Iowa. We got Penn State's best shot at Penn State. Oregon was obviously a big game on the road, and we'll get Wisconsin's best shot.
It is a difficult job, kind of like apparently doing the video.
I was going to say, wow.
Video courtesy of Indiana Athletics.
I was getting seasick. I thought I was on the
almost went up his nostril there. And I saw, by the way, when I was searching for this, there was a reporter who was in attendance. They do this in like a classroom at Indiana. Like he's got the little banner behind him, but there's whiteboards right behind. It's like in a lecture hall.
Everybody sitting at a desk.
Yeah, it was wild when I saw the panorama. I'm like, wow, that's where they're doing this thing. Okay.
Hey, if you close your eyes, does that not sound like Bo Ryan?
Well, do we want to play it again with our eyes closed?
Yeah, you don't want. You're going to end up with like a seizure if you're watching that first video. I think it's just bouncing around. So yeah, close your eyes and see if you think, because our old buddy Tony Cartagena just texted me that, and I said, I think he's right. He does. And then I just saw Bo Ryan's face behind Jelly. I think he does sound like Bo.
They're a tough, gritty football team. I mean, they've had a murderer's row schedule. Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, Iowa, Washington, Alabama, you name it. And, you know, I got a lot of respect for Coach Fickell. He's a proven winner. You know, the guy's had his starting quarterback available about 30% of the time.
Yeah, I hear it.
I'm Team TC
no, he's
on
Bo
that.
Ryan.
Yeah.
He's Bo Ryan. Tony is right. He nailed it.
So to his point, which we have, in fairness to us, we have talked about this, right? Tanner Mordecai missing the time that he did. Van Dyke missing virtually the entire season. And now, obviously, with Billy Edwards. Like, that is part of the equation. I don't think anybody's suggesting that that's not part of the reason why Wisconsin has struggled.
When I put the
and
I've
let's
got
just
this
be
stat
honest.
that I put up on Twitter, everyone just goes bah when they see it. It doesn't matter.
Let's be honest, though. Nobody cares, guys. Like, that's
You're
irrelevant. Right. I understand it, and I'm going to promise you this. Signetti doesn't care. What is Signetti doing? He's talking to his team. He isn't. He might like Luke Fickell. He might not know Luke Fickell. I don't know. But if you think that he's throwing some pity party for Luke Fickell in the Wisconsin, he is telling his guys, boys, don't fall for the rat poison. Don't. He doesn't give two rips about the University of Wisconsin. He doesn't. Unless him and Fick are best buddies that I don't know about. All he's doing here is telling his team, beware. Bring your bewaredness to Indiana on Saturday at 11 a.m. That's what he's telling you. Yep. Now, he listed off the right teams, which is impressive. Yeah. You know, he didn't say Middle Tennessee State. He didn't say Miami, Ohio. He mentioned the teams the right way. But don't fall for this foolishness, guys.
I'm not.
Come on, man.
I'm not falling for it. But I do think that people who have dismissed that are being a little bit unfair. Do I also think that they deserve criticism for not having better options when they lost their starting quarterbacks? That their punter is leading them in passing yardage? Yes, I think that's also fair. So but you can't just say it's not a factor at all in their failings. Like
nobody's saying that, but Jason,
I know, but I think people dismiss it. I do.
They're 8-2 when QB1, projected starter for the season, starts and plays the whole or majority of the football game under Luke Fickell in almost 3 full years now. Now, granted, a lot of that is early in the season. The opponents are different than the Big Ten gauntlet you get later in the year. That is a factor, but 8-2 when QB1 starts and plays the majority of the game, 6-15 when he doesn't.
Well, maybe what we should do next year is not play QB1 until like week 3 or 4.
That would be a choice. Yeah.
Although we
just have your
have
punter
Notre
at
Dame
quarterback
early, I think
game.
we probably want
Sean
QB1.
West is impressing, turning a lot of heads.
Here's the deal. Of course, any team, you take your top quarterback off the roster, it's going to hurt in a big way. That has happened.
Maybe they can get Malik Willis.
Okay.
Sorry.
You guys got a lot of good ideas here. Got a lot of good ideas.
I'm just
Keep
looking
sending
at
them over.
I blogged you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we need to do trivia. It's 10:58. Also, Matt LaFleur is at the podium. He says Lucas Van Ness will practice today, which has not happened in a very long time. So just FYI. Jesse.
Okay.
The category is Badgers Trivia Thursday. We need 2 contestants.
Yep, double today.
I am going to now, despite the enjoyment that having caller 74 brings, I'm going to give you the opportunity here to walk the line of don't take the easy way out, but you don't have to have numbers that offensive linemen and wide receivers and defensive linemen traditionally wear. What 2 callers would you like?
The Badgers have won 8 games when QB1 starts. So caller 8 will be one of them.
Yeah, easy way out.
And I know Tausch doesn't pay attention to these types of things, but the Badgers are more or less a 30-point underdog against Indiana on Saturday. So caller 8 and caller 30.
Okay.
That's a nice split. That's a really nice split.
Caller 8 and caller 30. 844.
What are you moping about?
I
What
thought
don't
it could
you
have
like
been.
about that?
I thought the first caller could be a little bit later in the rotation. That's all.
Okay.
I'll take 30 though. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 8 and caller 30 will play trivia. I don't know if you've heard, but it's not branches that make a bank local. It's roots. And Associated Bank's roots are deep in Wisconsin. They were there when the Packers began, for crying out loud. And they're there for you now with the best customer service in the industry. And they've got the awards to prove it. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more about early pay, so you get access to your money from your direct deposit from your employer up to 2 days early. Credit monitoring, make sure your credit is where you need it to be to make those big purchases. And, of course, fraud protection, which they had my back when someone tried to steal my information, and they will protect you as well. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Caller 8 and caller 30. Play trivia next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welke's.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette held Arkansas Little Rock to just 20 points in the second half as they pounded the Trojans 89-49 at Fiserv Forum. Senior guard Chase Ross led the Golden Eagles, posting 16 points on 5 of 9 from the field.
Chase Ross comes the other way.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold on, tell the world. That is the official Tony Smith.
Launch
and
time.
And hammer.
The 3-1 Golden Eagles back in action Saturday as they welcome Buzz Williams and Maryland to Fiserv Forum.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans, for your game day compatriots and your personal cheerleaders, for all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Support your overall health so you can be your best for those who matter to you most. Call Eric Pearson. Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books. November is off to an incredible start. 8-2 weekend last week. 4-0 again on Sunday. That's 8-0 on Sundays alone in the NFL. Go to FatJackSports.com. Get plays emailed to you. They're on a private portal. They're going to come with a recommended betting guide, and they're going to make you money. Get everything through the end of November. Only $399 for football. Add the hoops, only $100 more. Or save money with longer packages. FatJackSports.com to win.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
All right, we're way behind, so we need to get going here. We have our contestants. Time now for trivia presented by Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie. All for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app.
Jesse, quick question. So Riley was in for you yesterday. Not to put your business out on the street, but I'm going to do it anyway. Did you forget to delete the one that gets cut off where he doesn't say the rest of the thing and Riley hit the wrong button? Because you did not remove that from the queue. Is that what happened?
Our computer has been doing something a little goofy with our Cousins guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clarify. Now, let's welcome in our contestants. That was totally unnecessary.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's a cheap shot.
For saying we wanted to get going.
It's a cheap shot.
Felt like an unnecessary derailment.
And for the record, listen, we all make mistakes, 3-hour shows, usually a couple of mistakes, probably a day. I didn't call you out on yours, but then you call out a yesterday mistake?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Very IPT in my opinion. Very IPT.
That kind of felt like the play that they ran that they didn't get any yards on before kicking the 65-yard field goal. That's kind of what we just did there. Like,
that's not bad.
Bring the kicker out, try it, didn't make it.
Let's fire the ball out of bounds.
Bring the offense out, throw the ball directly out of bounds, then do it again. Yep.
Let's have that whole. We haven't even got to the kicking situation yet. What a bungle! Bungle on bungle. That's a B-O-B. Bungle on bungle.
Well, now I'm glad I brought this up because now we'll get to the kicking situation in the 11 o'clock hour. But first, we must play trivia. Let's welcome in our contestants. First, caller number 8 is Jim on the south side. Jim, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing fine. Jesse said I'm calling number 1074. Did I win the Iron Jock stuff?
Nicely done. Well played. No, but you do get to choose for Badgers Trivia Tuesday because you're the first caller. Do you want the football questions or the non-football questions?
I'll try football.
Okay. That leaves the non-football questions for our 30th caller, Travis in Blue Mounds. Travis, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. You?
We're great. Thank you very much, and thanks for playing trivia. Here we go. Jim, question number 1 is this. Which Milwaukee Brewers broadcaster will be on the TV call for Wisconsin and Indiana this Saturday on the Big Ten Network, perhaps even getting me not to listen to Tausch and Matt LaFleur through the Varsity app?
What?
Oh, snap.
What?
It's what I do every single time, but maybe not this time. Is that Brewers broadcaster Jeff Levering, Brian Anderson, or Pat Murphy reading play-by-play in a letter from Bob Uecker? Well done, Jesse.
I don't know, and it's a 50-50. I'm going to go Brian Anderson. He gets big games.
Sadly,
It's always one.
Jeff Levering. All right, question number 1 for you, Travis, is this. Wisconsin women's basketball improved to 3-1 to start the season with a win at the Kohl Center against which opponent? Is it Bowling Green, Golfing Blue, or Pickleballing Pink?
A.
Now, I guess my question is, am I allowed to critique that question? Because
that's question. Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's question
definitely
one.
A lot easier.
Yeah.
A lot easier than the Levering versus
last
Brian
one.
Anderson.
Not even in the same league.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not critiquing, though. Question 2, Jim. When Wisconsin takes the field on Saturday against number 2 Indiana, how many times will the Badgers have played against a top 25 team this season? Is it 4, 6, or 8?
6.
There you go. Well done. Travis, question 2 for you. Which Wisconsin volleyball player was named Big Ten Player of the Week for the 3rd time this season after helping lead the Badgers to 2 top 25 wins last week? Was it Charlie Furbringer, Grace Egan, or Mimi Collier?
C.
Boom. Well done.
Finalist for National Player of the Year?
Question 3, Jim. Wisconsin is one of only 2 Power 4 college football teams to have 4 different quarterbacks attempt at least 10 passes this season.
These third questions are really hard today, I gotta admit.
Which is the other team? Is it Vanderbilt, West Virginia, or Arizona?
No clue, and I'm guessing with the punter they have started 5, but I'll go with C.
Arizona is incorrect. West Virginia. I know you're a big Mountaineers fan. They've had similar quarterback issues, apparently.
Almost heaven.
All right. Travis, here's your question 3, which Jesse has already told you is difficult.
Drop, Jesse. It's a good drop because it makes me think of that song.
Thank you.
When I sing that song, it makes me smile.
Country roads.
Yep. Take me home.
To the place
I belong. West Virginia, Mountain
Never
Mama.
been to the state of West Virginia. You know what? This just spurred me on. I'm going to West Virginia in the next calendar year. Thank you, Jesse. Go ahead. Really wanted to go to Greenbrier last year, if you guys remember, and it didn't work out.
I do remember.
Yeah.
All right, Travis, sorry to keep you waiting. Question 3 is this.
It's still hard.
Greenbrier of Avon, am I right?
Wisconsin men's basketball has won 53 consecutive home games against non-Power 4 conference opponents. The last time Wisconsin lost a home game to a non-Power 4 opponent was December 9th, 2015. Against which team? Was that team North Dakota, Milwaukee, or East Carolina?
A, I guess.
A is North Dakota, and A is wrong. I caught Milwaukee last night playing Indiana as I was flipping through channels.
Oh, Signetti.
They don't even they just go Milwaukee now on their jerseys.
Yeah, they've been doing Milwaukee, and Green Bay's been doing Green Bay for a long time.
Yeah, it's a good look. All right, so did you want further discussion of the jerseys?
No,
Bo Ryan. Bo Ryan retired
Yeah.
like a couple of weeks after that loss to Milwaukee, and Greg Gard took over as the interim head coach.
Jim, you only got one right. That means you only got 2 entries into the drawing tomorrow. Sorry, buddy. But good effort. Good job, good effort, good luck.
Thanks.
Travis, you got 2 rights, so you have 3 entries into tomorrow's drawing. And to you, I say, good luck as well. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
I appreciate our contestants being brief in their comments after we're done playing.
Country road.
That is it for trivia. We'll start the 11 o'clock hour shortly.
To the place
I belong. In 2 minutes, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps the doors open, so join them at Facts and Familia Trivia Night on November 19th. All proceeds support La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center. Get tickets and learn more at lacausa.org.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia,
Mountain Mama. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. So, Tausch, despite my unfair criticism of Jesse, it led to us remembering, hey, we should probably talk about this kicker situation. Matt LaFleur yesterday, again, not really contemplating any alternatives to kicking with Brandon McManus. And I don't get it. Here is the exchange, and I would like you to help me understand what the thought process is, because I have not talked to McManus in several weeks. I'm very curious.
Talk to Troy Aikman.
Well, that's exactly what I was about to say. Interesting that he told Troy Aikman. A lot of times you
go proxy. Yeah, if you can't get to somebody, go proxy.
I'm a big proxy guy. Here's Matt LaFleur yesterday.
Aikman said on the broadcast that Brandon had told him he was still hurt or still dealing with that. You've seen what he is when he's fully healthy. Is there any conversation about, hey, we appreciate how badly you want to kick, but maybe it's better to not kick for a little while again, or is that not a discussion?
It's always a discussion. Everything's a discussion. I mean, we have our process is you have to go through medical first, and then the player has a say so and where he's at. And the conversations I've had with him have been positive, and that, hey, I'm ready to go. And then obviously then the performance aspect in regards to how they perform at practice. And, he's done well at practice. So that's how I have to make a decision.
Tausch, how do you feel about that answer?
I don't like it. This whole scenario I haven't liked from the jump. I've been, you obviously want to have the McManus we had last season and the beginning of this season, but injuries happen. He's getting to be an older dude. How old is McManus?
34, 35, 36, 37?
Okay, so he's getting old. Okay, well, somewhere in his mid-30s. Let's just call it that. And you have to adjust.
34.
And sometimes players are going to tell you what you want to hear. He sat out 2 weeks because Matt LaFleur accurately depicted his injury as,
yes,
what did he say in that
a major concern.
It was concerning, and it should have been. And then Bisaccia gets up there, I don't know, whatever. Don't like any of how this played out. And I believe, my own belief, because I know human nature and I know how football players think, is it's cute and nice when, you got a little, Chucky coming in there and he's going to make a couple of kicks. And oh boy, Havrasek comes in and he hits the longest kick in the history of this storied franchise. Makes all of his kicks.
What a history.
And human nature would tell you, boy, if I don't get back quick, I might be out of a job. Or I might not get my job back. And I believe that's what happened here. I believe if McManus had taken a couple more weeks, and if the Packers had, after seeing that Havrasek can make kicks and you can weather the storm without him, IR him and move on with your life, and then bring it back, he's fully healthy. So now what you've gotten is kind of the worst of both. You have a guy that is scrapping and competing and wanting to be out there, and he's able to make some kicks, but he hasn't. And he tells Troy Aikman that he hadn't been healthy. Well, Troy Aikman, again, I don't know the protocol on this. If you're supposed to spit out everything people tell you, or if there's no off-the-record stuff. Yeah, because then now is what LaFleur going to go and say, well, I'm praying every time McManus out there because I think his quad's all bad. Like, where the hell are we? You know what I mean? So
yes, I do know what you mean.
This thing has been bungled on bungled. I would hope after the performance, it's one thing if he's still making kicks and he's writhing in pain, but he's making kicks. All right, we're good. He's not making kicks. He doesn't look comfortable. And you have a dude that set your record sitting on the bench in a game you need to hit a bomb of a kick to push to try to get to overtime. You didn't give your team a chance. And that's the last thing you want to do as a coach, is to ever put your team in a position to not give your team a chance to have a chance. And that's what they've done the last couple of weeks. And I don't understand, if you're going to just roll with an injured, or at least, according to Troy Aikman, someone that's not feeling great, then why do you still have Havrasek on your roster?
Because he's a good young kicker. Quote.
No, the Rams, I'm telling you right now, the Rams, the prohibitive favorite, in my opinion, of the NFC right now, would snap him up yesterday if they let him go. And that's what you're dealing with here, and I don't know what the solution is unless McManus just goes in and says, hey, man, my quad is bad. I need a couple beats. Let's let Havre go back in there. I'm going to take a 4-week beat, and then let's go about our business. And if that is indeed the case, I think you're going to be in a better space. But it sounds as if Matt LaFleur is not buying that theory, and I don't like that one bit.
Lucas is a really good, young, up-and-coming kicker as well. So fortunately for us, we have the flexibility within our roster to carry two.
Well, maybe we'd have, what would be nice? Maybe having a wideout that you could pull up from the practice squad so we could line up on time and not have. So maybe you don't have as much flexibility as you want.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't think Havre's going to catch on either, if I had to guess.
I think Havlicek had a better chance. Havlicek stole the ball! Tausch, I assume you're going to steer clear of at least the more on Brandon McManus field goals if you choose to play
him. He cost me
him.
on Monday.
Yeah, he did.
I had a little 4-piece nug going. I had everything right except for old boy. Well, and then I didn't realize that we don't even attempt 57-yard field goals anymore because that's just too long in today's society. Get out of here. Have for 6 kick, and I'm winning money on Prize Picks. I'm irritated about it, probably as part of my take. And you know what's great? You can take your sports takes and turn them into real cash in less than 60 seconds. Pick more or less on at least 2 players. Get them right. Cash in. I got 3 right and 1 wrong because McManus, for whatever reason, if it's not within 40 yards, can't kick right now. But not that I'm irritated about that. Plus, you can follow other players and copy their lineups. You should have copied mine except for McManus last week. You also have injury reboots. If your player leaves in the first half, doesn't return, it won't count as a lost deposit. They're fast, easy, with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI. That'll get you $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI for Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right and frustrating to be wrong because of the kicker.
Oh, it's outside of 55. We can't try field goals in a game we can't score a blanking point because it's too cold outside. No, it's because your kicker's quad is ripped up and you can't kick that far. That's why.
I think a change of subject is in order. We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only, and you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
With your Saganaw Pawnee Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. Marquette held Arkansas Little Rock to just 20 points in the second half as they pounded the Trojans 89-49 at Fiserv Forum. Senior guard Chase Ross led the Golden Eagles, posting 16 points on 5 of 9 from the field.
Chase Ross comes the other way.
Oh, my goodness.
That is the official Tony Smith.
Launch time.
And hammer.
The 3-1 Golden Eagles back in action Saturday as they welcome Buzz Williams in Maryland to Fiserv Forum.
Your business is unique, and your health plan should be too. At United Healthcare, our group health plans are built for you and your employees. Whether you're running a small startup or managing a large enterprise, we offer solutions designed to fit your needs, your goals, and your budget. Explore your options today at uhc.com/Wisconsin. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you.
Quick comment from our guy Tyler Buss in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube, because I had to get after the Busser a little bit. I thought he'd been slipping a little bit. He's still watching, listening, the whole crew, but needed him to ramp it up a little bit. So I'm glad he's back on board. David had pointed out how big the delay is. And so I said, yeah, I'm glad that we are going with later callers on giveaways and trivia to give more people an opportunity. Tyler chimes in, great job on the later caller improvement. Now we just need Jesse to get the rules changed so avid listeners from Illinois can win trivia prize packs. Well, again, if you just send
seems so
the Davisons
arbitrary
for pickup, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Are you eligible though?
You just say you're Brad Davison would be my advice.
Can't lie.
You gotta drive up from Peoria to go to Cousin Subs and use that gift card? No,
the sandwiches are that good.
Save it for the people who live closer to us here.
I've already criticized you enough today. I'm not going to criticize you now. Unless, of course, Did You Hear This sucks. And that's what we're going to do now.
Consider it the radio version of a conversation at the water cooler. It's time for Did You Hear This on Wilde and Tausch.
Did you hear this, featuring commentary on the state of the Green Bay Packers offense from throughout the course of the week, both locally and nationally? We start with former Green Bay Packers offensive lineman Jeff Saturday.
Oh, I thought it might be Tausch on one of those national shows.
I like
you really teased me there.
Although I did see Jason made an appearance on a national show last night as well. Amber and Ian on ESPN Radio. Yeah.
With neither Amber nor Ian.
Oh, nice. Here is what Jeff Saturday said a little bit earlier this week on Get Up.
You think about week one, and Love's protected very well. He's taken shots. I mean, think what you want, but Philadelphia brought pressure, made him feel very uncomfortable, made him make mistakes. Again, contested catches, guys got to make those plays for him. All that can be true, but at the end of the day, your quarterback is going to have to elevate those guys around you, especially if you're talking about injuries and all those different things. And unfortunately for Green Bay, they haven't found the formula that the Philadelphia Eagles have found. Find different ways to win.
Heard that commentary elsewhere, including around these parts, it feels. Anything you want to elaborate on what Jeff Saturday analyzed there on the Packers offense and Jordan Love not improving those around him?
No, I don't see it as that way.
No, I'm with Jason. Whoa, Nelly. Are we playing Whoa, Nelly? Or
somebody bring in Evan Dietrich Smith now, please.
I mean, come on, man.
That was not a good take, in my opinion. Next!
All right, let's try this one instead. Jason's favorite guy, Dan Orlovsky, weighing in. This was on ESPN Radio's Freddie and Harry, but he shared this on a few different shows. Also commenting on the state of the Packers offense.
I think they need to be, and he needs to be way more urgent and aggressive, more so than creative. I would tell you, I actually think that at times they've been too creative, that they've tried to show how smart and or schematically advanced they are. And sometimes, and I understand, I don't want to talk out both sides of my mouth because I'm the person who's constantly pressing these teams to do more and try more. I think at times they go too far to one side.
Oh, faces being made by Jason during that one.
Talking out of both sides of our mouths, are we?
Oh, burn. Wow.
Interesting.
Burn.
Look, I don't think Matt LaFleur has been too creative. I don't think that now we've listened to two takes, and Dan Orlovsky played quarterback in the NFL. He knows football a million times better than me. Okay? That said, the question that I have is, can they get the offensive line going and the running game going by maybe going back to basics? And this is where I'm agreeing with him, I guess, with the creativity part. But Gabe Neitzel made a great point this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I can't believe he said what he did. I almost fell off my chair.
Oh,
but
wow.
he actually made the statement.
Did you hear this?
No, apparently not. It didn't make a cut.
Did you hear this?
That maybe the Packers would have been better off with a different running back than Josh Jacobs, because they've changed the way they run the football to accommodate him. More shotgun, more duo. And maybe that was a bad fit.
Well, wait a minute.
Did you hear this?
Did you hear this?
Tim Van Voren on the Homer Hour yesterday with this analysis.
Josh Jacobs is a wonderful running back, a true leader, a gamer at the upper echelon. I personally have not liked the Packer offense as much since they got him. I thought it played better before. I just do. I thought Matt LaFleur became convinced you have to run the football. They went out, they got Josh Jacobs. I don't know if it was LaFleur asking for Jacobs. I don't know if the Packers brought in Jacobs and said, make it work. I don't know that. But the offense, to me, lacked innovation last year and has again this year. They have become convinced you have to run the ball. Initially, you have to run the ball on 2nd and 6. You have to run the ball on all these downs. And they put themselves behind the 8 ball because of it.
Gabe Van Voren, huh?
Well, I think Gabe said this while we were talking this morning. I think that led him to take the extra step of suggesting that arguably their best healthy offensive player, you wish you had someone else. And he knew what he was saying.
That's what Tim Van Voren's saying there, too.
Yeah.
What Tim Van Voren is saying is an Aaron Jones type back is better for the Matt LaFleur offense than Josh Jacobs. That is what Tim said right there, without saying it. And he did the Wilde where he prefaced it with, he's a great leader, and he's a great back, and blah, 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 blah. Now, what I have said
Wildeing
for a while is Matt LaFleur's secret sauce has been marrying up plays that look alike, so that it's really tough for defenders.
Yeah.
On a hard outside zone, you have to sell out to stop, and then that gives you a lot of open. Everybody's asking, why do we not have all these wide open guys running around anymore? Because you're doing a bunch of gun duo stuff, and nobody believes you're going to pass the football. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, well, you're going to sit back. Nobody believes you're going to run the football. There is something to the adjustment of what Matt LaFleur has had to do. Everybody runs some form of duo, which for everybody that doesn't know that, it's where you have a lot of double teams on down guys. You push up. That is a different way of doing things than what Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay have done. Has that limited some of the effectiveness of what Matt LaFleur was known for and how he kind of got his stripes? The answer is yes. They don't do enough. I don't know what the split is of under center compared to shotgun. I said this last year. I'll say it again, and Matt LaFleur poo-pooed it, but then didn't. All I know is, as an O-lineman, I know defensive linemen look and put their hand in the dirt harder when you're under center. When you're in shotgun, they're looking around more and they're thinking, I'm going hunting. When you're under center, they're bowing up thinking you're going to get run blocked, especially on first and second down. That I know for a fact. And you can ask D linemen and linebackers if they like when you have hard play action pass and you sell the pads and you hear them pop. That's when confusion happens, and that's when you get people running wide open. And that has not happened as much with Josh Jacobs. That is the cold, hard truth.
I'm sorry, did you just do the Invincible with Mark Wahlberg thing where the offensive lineman explains to him in the dorms that if the fingertips are white, it means he's got his hand in the dirt more, so he's coming, and the other one he's dropping out? Like, is that what you just did? Is that true? Is that a tell?
I have never watched that movie, so I wouldn't know anything
movie.
About it.
The Vince Papale story? It's good.
I don't think I will. No, I love Mark Wahlberg's the movie where he was up in the mountains by himself, and then the government came and got him. I think it's one of the best. Shooter. One of the best, it's on TV, and then all of a sudden it's not anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, it was on all the time. The Equalizer is in that same category.
It was on all the time, and it was when he put the fake bull. It's good, man. It is a good movie.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know that, but what I'll tell you is I could tell if I had to cut a guy, get his legs. I could tell if he's steamrolling up the field. I could take one step and shoot at his knees, and he's going down. If a guy had played back a little bit, I had a run cut.
Yeah.
Because he's got less pressure on his hands. That is, yes, you're looking for tells.
Yeah.
Everybody wears gloves, so no, the whole fingertip bit, that's hogwash in my world.
Back then, maybe it wasn't.
You can tell when a guy is bowed down and they're coming hardcore up the field. Boom! Get him right away. If not, you got to run cut. Now they don't let you cut it all. So actually, I'm very thankful because that was a big part of my game.
Invincible streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu if you're interested.
There you go. Still available for you. All right.
I'm all in. You know what I'm watching this week. You know what I'm watching Friday afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
I don't know what I was watching last night, but I saw commercials. I had the Equalizer on, which is now on as often as as Shooter had been, and it was commercials for Landman.
Who's in the Equalizer? I have not seen that either. What is that?
Denzel Washington.
Okay.
He's the Equalizer.
Is that where he runs a train into some? He runs a train.
No.
Kills people.
It's based on the old TV show, which now didn't the Equalizer come back with Queen Latifah as the? Anyway, we don't have time for this. We need to get to Whoa Nelly, which will be very brief, and I need to tell you about what we've got going with McDonald's and with Dr. Pepper and with ESPN Wisconsin. It's an opportunity to experience a game like you never have before. You can win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which will include reservations to the Tundra Trio, Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, 3 luxurious homes steps from the stadium, featuring gourmet food and premium drinks, all thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. To enter to win right now, you can go to ESPNWisconsin.com. I also discovered that you can also go to ESPNWisconsinContest.com, whichever one you prefer. Nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. So enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next trip to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd. Whoa Nelly will be very brief, and it will be next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This holiday season, spend more time with your loved ones and less time in the kitchen. At Sendix, we offer full traditional holiday dinners or just the sides. All homemade in stores, then packed in reheatable containers. Choose from a wide selection of gourmet appetizers and signature trays too. Spend less time working and more time with family this holiday season. Reserve your meal today at order.sendix.com. From our family to yours, have a happy and healthy holiday. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply as 11/30/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear and a free Iron Jock hat. Use code CAP35. That's CAP35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
All right, I'm leaving a choice up to you guys. I had a couple of things planned that were maybe kind of funny. Or we've got a serious Packers call from Stephen Wanakee, who's on hold. You want to go?
How do I get on the college football playoff committee? Like, why do they have all
so
these
the answer is neither,
for those of you wondering.
Why do they have all these athletic directors and college presidents? Like, none of those guys or gals should be. You shouldn't have an association with any. I think this should be media driven. I'm on board with media driven. I want in. All right, go ahead.
You're not media, though, you said. You're an analyst.
No, I'm an analyst. Yeah. I want an analyst.
Also, you are tied.
Let me analyze the data.
You do the Badgers games. You are still tied to a school. If you're saying you want independent, you want like Heather Dinich.
Well, I'm
going
to tell you this. I'm not putting the Badgers in the college football playoff this year, so that tells you I'm not biased. That's what.
Wow.
I mean, you're worried about
proves,
bias. I'm not biased.
That proves you're not biased.
But you're pro Big Ten over the SEC.
Am I?
It would appear so when you say it just means more, very sarcastically. That would seem to mean you're anti-SEC.
I'm fairly certain there's a little bias going on towards the old SEC right now, too, Opadna. So let's not get it twisted.
Do you want to hear from Steve or not? Because he's been hanging on hold, and I feel bad if we don't go.
What's Steve got to say?
Steve, you're on Wilde and Tausch.
Hey, good morning. A couple things on the Packers. I was at the game on Monday. First, the pre-snap penalties. When Gruden won the Super Bowl in 2002, he said one of the biggest things that contributed to their season was they did the non-skilled things well. And the pre-snap penalties, the formation stuff, that's killing the Packers. Just stopping drives. The other thing that I really feel strongly about, Tausch, let me ask you this. The two best games LaFleur's coached, what are they?
Tennessee with Malik Willis.
Yep.
The Colts the week before that?
And the playoff game with Dallas.
Oh, yeah, Dallas game.
Yeah, that was good. Sure.
And the reason why I think the Tennessee game was such a great game for LaFleur, it forced him to be creative. And he's not doing that with Love. How many times did they just run Jacobs at the line? And I'm thinking, roll your quarterback, move him out, do something different, pass on first down. They just haven't done that. That's my big take with the Packers this year.
Steve, do you need us to call 911 to get you out of the?
Are you in a cave of some sort?
to get you out of the well
where they are.
You've fallen into.
No. I'm doing great. I'm not in the well, actually.
Okay, good.
But I understand the
What
echo.
was the name of that young gal who fell in a well way back when we were kids?
Oh, good question.
It was like
It
was a story forever, and they ended up saving her. Yeah, he sounded like he was in a cave. And as Jason likes to, you're going to meet him where he is, or whatever cave he's in. Is that right?
Apparently.
Baby Jessica. Maybe it was
Baby Jessica. There you go. Yep, that's it.
I'll take the first part of it. Jason, you take the second.
Sure. Okay.
Coaches would always tell you it doesn't take any talent to line up. Matter of fact, there were coaches that would say I can get Johnny over here to come in and do this. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, but then what are you going to do once the ball snapped? I always hated that.
That
but
coach
the
was
point
Jeff Jagosinski.
The point was to prove is to say anybody, you have to be able to do the things everybody can do. It's your other stuff. Don't have pre-snap, or you don't know where you're lined up, et cetera, et cetera. And I would agree. You can't have that, especially at this point in the season.
And to Steve's point, it's one of the questions I want to ask Steno today. I do think it's important to point out that a lot of the
I think Steve was in the tunnel
beneath Gotham.
Of course. I do think a lot of the runs have been can plays that Love sees
very
the look.
Uncreative.
He knows he needs to can to the run. But I love the idea of getting Love moving. And I do think that that's a valid question that deserves to be asked.
Tempo for this offense might be very good.
I don't think Jones Dairy Farm wants you to tell us about Jones Dairy Farm with you talking into the
a
cup.
beautifully family-owned business for over 7 generations in Fort Atkinson.
Oh, no, it's a pirate! A pirate in the cup!
Pirate Bay.
Best known for their all-natural sausage made from the original family recipe. Can't get it from Philip. He won't tell me what the recipe is, but you can buy it. Go to jonesdairyfarm.com to find a product finder. It is beautiful. That pork sausage, I'm telling you, you get that crust on the end.
Oh, thank
it is
God.
phenomenal. Jones products are perfect for the holidays. Smoked hams, they add a lot of flavor. They're great bacon. And, of course, those sausage rolls, too. If you have a great stuffing recipe, which my mom does, which I got to get from her, and you put that Jones Dairy sausage in there, oh, baby, it's going to be that much better. Again, head to jonesdairyfarm.com to find where you can get all these great products to make your holiday even a little more special.
Where's the recipe? You wouldn't give it to an ordinary citizen.
We need to wrap things up. Eison's going to be delayed. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Are you looking for a way to make an impact this holiday season? Donate to Life Navigators Soap Suds Drive. It's simple. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, lotion, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay safe, happy, and healthy all year. Please consider donating this holiday season to the Life Navigators Soap Suds Drive. Learn more on how you can donate at lifenavigators.org. Life Navigators has been your disability partner for 75 years. Learn more at lifenavigators.org.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. The Golden Eagles bounced back from their first loss of the season in a big way, trouncing Arkansas Little Rock 89-49 at Fiserv Forum. MU got 13 points on 6 of 10 shooting from freshman guard Nigel James Jr., who made his first career start in place of Sean Jones, who missed the game with a shoulder injury.
And here's a steal by James, and 2 more because they won't catch him. And he didn't dunk it, but he dropped it in nicely.
3-1 Marquette continues non-conference play Saturday against Buzz Williams in Maryland, right back at Fiserv Forum.
Medicare won't cover everything. That's why you should consider a Medicare supplement. WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance helps reduce those out-of-pocket costs when you need medical care. And it's guaranteed renewable for life as long as premiums are paid. Call Saganiac Planning today, 262-783-6161. Ask about WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance. The intent of this advertisement is solicitation of insurance. Contact may be made by the insurer or a licensed agent. Neither Wisconsin Physician Service Insurance Corporation nor its agents nor products are connected with the federal Medicare program.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, now through Wednesday, save on 3-ounce can McCormick Black Pepper, $3.99. 0.77 to 2.12 ounce selected varieties McCormick Grinders, 2 for $4. 29 to 30 ounce selected varieties Libby's Pumpkin, $3.99. 19.5 to 34 ounce selected varieties Sara Lee Fruit or Cream Pies, $4.99. 10 to 54 count selected varieties Hefty Plates, Bowls, Storage, or Freezer Bags, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers Big Bend, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
I am sorry, Rich Eisen. You're next.
Good luck, Rich.
We gotta go. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely.